We're ready to get married, but our parents do not approve. What do we do?
What are parents in the first place? A parent is a rendition of a government in a person's life. God is the ultimate government in everybody. He's, the providence is God. And a parent is a government that emulates the government in a person's life. The same way we have governments governing over the citizens, because that's how we diminish chaos, because we need a government. And what I want to advise young women and young men is the use of parents. Not everybody has the greatest opportunity to have parents in their lives. For those that have, use your parents. Use them wisely. And for those that don't have parents, due to circumstances or whatever people have gone through, God still makes sure the woman is covered. Through an uncle, through your mother, through He always puts somebody in your life who just immediately wants to take care of you, through your spiritual leaders and people that are concerned with your well-being. The woman stays covered. And for the man, you have parents who are going to imbue you with wisdom. The wisdom is to lead, meaning parents are paramount. Granted, parents have also messed us up in so many ways. And sometimes we don't actually respect our parents due to certain things that happened in the past or how they treated us. So we hide from them. But even though they may be the worst, the language of a parent on a child goes deeper. It contains a sound of destiny that goes deeper than what meets the eye. There's a reason why I started with that. Young women of today can date a guy for 2 years and never mention it to a government authority over her, because she doesn't know she is to be covered. Her mother doesn't know, her father doesn't know, her spiritual leaders don't know, her big brothers don't know. And when it comes time for marriage, they are in so much haste of approval. No, you gotta let me marry this guy. No, I love him. Why do you think there are so many divorces going on? Because no matter how much you think your parents are, quote unquote, whatever word you want to use, pejorative, whatever word you feel like using, a parent understands the investigation when it comes to a daughter's hands being married. In African society, for instance, they want to look at the family lineage of the guy. They're protecting you by that. They want to know the kind of diseases they have. They want to know the kind of things that they do. What tribe are they from? I'm not tribalistic, but I understand the little wisdom behind it. They are protecting a very treasure of their daughter, because they want to make sure the daughter is sent in to a place that is completely as coverable as their father who covered that girl. But the young ladies and the young men, they hide from these authorities. The reason why this is paramount to the way I'm going to answer this question is because beyond your emotion, you need a set of eyes over you. Somebody who's invested beyond your emotions, who could tell you that the decision you're making is not the right one or the wrong one. Why? Your mother knows your way of decision. Your father knows your way. If they're dumb, they know you from childbirth. They know your idiosyncrasies. They know your creed, the way you move, the way you make your decisions, the way you fight back. They know when you are in rush. They know when you're making a wrong decision. They know because they are your parents. What I'm trying to say here is, your parents are your covering. And for my sisters, get to know that your mother and your father and the people given to your spiritual leaders, people God has given unto you, they are your coverings as a set of eye by the government of God to protect the bride and cover what is vital, her treasure. It's very important that people know this. Now, assuming a man wants to marry you, or not even marriage, seeks your hand in a relationship, get your parents involved at an early stage. Be it a woman or a man. Man of God, listen, your mother knows women just by attitude. Your mother, man of God, if you're a man, your mom knows certain things about a woman. Why? She's a woman. She could tell by a specific behavior what kind of woman she is. She knows things you don't know. You need to borrow that wisdom. But the children of today think we have Googles and we have all these things available. We thank God for that, but we don't know how to use it a good way. We think we know. So sometimes we don't even want the blessing of the generations upon us because we think we can do whatever we want. My advice is, young ladies and young men, as a young lady, for instance, the moment a man shows a little interest in you, since you may not be able to know the depth based on your emotional immaturity, go to a set of eyes like people you can trust, like your parents, the spiritual leaders, people that are just concerned about your well-being, and alert them the state of your heart and let them guide you, because they can ask you questions you can't ask yourself because of your raging emotions. They can cause you to have an illumination because you're not. So let's assume a guy said they wanted to be with you. A girl said, okay, let's date. And no governing body was alerted. And you guys date for a year and you decide you want to get married. And then you go to your parents. Understand that when your parents say no, no is not always no. No means because you never included them in the cycles and the crescendo of that relationship, they are not beginning. Yeah, you say, oh, mom, I love him so much. No, mom. Why? Because you are in a year. So you know much about the guy. They don't know. They don't know. To them, their love for you is interpreted by how much they don't want you to make a mistake. If you are a wise child, listen to your parents. Because sometimes no doesn't mean no. No means give it time for us to investigate. If indeed this guy loves you, love reveals all things. It hopes all things. It travails and triumphs. Then, this is the wisdom I'm going to give you. If the guy really loves you the way you seem, and your mom or your dad is having a problem, this is the great opportunity for the guy to win your parents' heart. And it's a great opportunity for you to see beyond your emotions the kind of guy he is. This is the test of his heart. Your father says no. Because in a relationship, when you get married, sometimes you will say no. How would he react? In a relationship, you will never say yes all the time. You are going to butt heads, but it's a litmus test to his approach, how he understands love, how he understands patience, how he understands kindness. It is at play. Sister, sit back and let love do its work. Your parents are covering you. They may not know much, but they know enough. If that guy is paramount, pure, he will pass through it. Why? Because your parents will also fall in the same understanding. Why? His patience will show your father the very thing that he needs for his heart to be at peace to let you go. His kindness will show your mother the very understanding that you are going to be under good care. If it's the other way around, and the woman is taken to the guy's mother, the way your woman talks to your mother will show your mother the kind of submission you carry for his son. The way you will speak to her, the guy's father will show the kind of woman, the attitude. Trust me. And sometimes if they say you're not ready, I pretty much think you're not ready. Because your haste and your impatience is a sign that is not connected to love. Love is patience. Why can't you be patient? Marriage is a long-term journey. Why rush? Give them patience. Let love be promoted. And if the man is a man of love, he won't be deterred, and your parents will be won over. We've done this with people. We've gone through this with people. And because it was true love, they had their wives. In a nutshell, be a humble child. Speak to your parents and seek from them what it is that they dislike about what your choices are. And when they speak to you, listen with your heart. Thank them for their love of coverage on you. And now that you have the information as to what they don't like or dislike about the person, that's a great opportunity to present it. And the two of you begin to show your parents why he's the right choice. Information is key. But don't go with anger and frustration, because you will go into that marriage and it will be something you won't like. Yeah. Because in the end, your parents will say, I told you so. And it's not about I told you so. Let the families understand. Be patient. Time will reveal all things. I hope this opens somebody's eyes.